Okay, so we're kind of in between things at the moment. He's had his first bottle. We're gonna do breakfast here soon, but I'm gonna quickly try to get some laundry going because if I haven't mentioned it before, his room is right next to the laundry room, which is real silly. I wouldn't recommend. Anyways, let's get a little laundry in here and then go get some breakfast for little man started. Where are you rolling to? Whoa. Yeah, you roll really far. I'm actually contemplating not starting this quite yet until right after he eats because I know he's going to be a mess after breakfast. So I think I'm going to hit pause on this for just a couple more minutes. Wow, look at that. It looks very crisp out there. Foggy it is over there. You see it? There we go. Good morning, God. Thank you for this day. Okay, what do you want for breakfast? Let's go see what we have. We definitely have some bananas that need to be eaten. I think we're gonna do oatmeal today. You pooping? Sounds like a poop if I ever heard one. What am I gonna have? My coffee's all gone. I do normally try to do something a little bit more substantial than this. However, some mornings just move a little faster than others, and this is going to be better than nothing. I'll eat the rest of this banana, add some peanut butter, and we'll probably have another, more substantial breakfast or snack here in just a little bit. Uh-oh, you dropped your spoon. Okay, he's all done with breakfast, and he's over there just chilling and playing for just a moment. You can definitely hear him in the background. I'll be right with you. I saved you guys the pleasure of me cleaning him up because he hates that part, but now I gotta clean up his mess. So let's get that done, and then we're gonna go get the laundry going. And I think I'm gonna actually do a load of towels with his smocks and his splash mat first because I need to hang some of that to dry. So we're gonna get that going first. Let's do it. Also, I've heard a couple other moms talking about this high chair. Obviously, it's just, whatever suits you, but I think it's a great high chair. This is the Mockingbird. And those other moms that I watch on here pretty regularly, they also mention that they like this high chair. There's probably many on the market that are pretty much the same, but just in case you're looking for a high chair, this one's pretty good. All right. Keeping a laundry basket in the pantry down here for towels was like one of the best thoughts I ever had because our dang laundry room is upstairs. So I went ahead and pulled some sheets off of his bed this morning since I was doing a load of his laundry. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly replace those before nap time comes around. The goal is to fix this by the end of the day. Also, while I'm up here, I'm just going to quickly pop in. I'm just going to set you right there for a moment. Yeah. I'm experimenting with different temperatures, pouring temperatures and the ambient temperature in here. We now have a setup with a temperature gauge, and there's also a space heater in here now because unfortunately it gets very cold in these front two rooms. And I think I'm getting closer to with this wax anyway. I am not 100% sure this is going to be the winning wax, but I think we're getting close. And this went really well. They're curing, looking very good. About 24 hours later. This one has a little bit more frosting. This one is the winner so far. But they're looking and smelling great. So it's fun just to pop in and check on yesterday's projects or anything that's in here. We're never short on steps in this house. So majestic. Also had the super fun task of emptying the diaper pail. So let's pop outside, get rid of this, and see how cold it is today. It is absolutely stunning out here today. Okay, it is a little while later and he is down for his first nap. It took him quite a bit to fall asleep, but it looks like he's doing okay now. So we'll see how long this nap lasts. In the meantime, I have been wanting to put together my own sandwich bread. So I found a recipe that looks pretty doable, and it makes 2 loaves, which is perfect because then I can gift one to one of my lovely neighbors. So we're going to try to put that bread together now, or at least put the dough together now, and then later on, hopefully we can catch up and actually get it in the oven and see how it turns out. So stick around. Let's see how this goes. I routinely make this bread, which is really, really easy. But it's more of a round, crusty loaf, which we love. But I want to be able to not buy any bread from the store anymore. And I prefer like a little bit of a softer bread most of the time for sandwiches. So we're supposed to actually do soup tonight. So this will be perfect. Hopefully it works out. If not, then I guess I'll have to go grab some bread from the store. But I routinely make this one. So if you like a round crusty loaf, that's really, really easy. It's actually a no-knead recipe. Or if you're wanting to try it, this is the first one I ever made, and it was super duper easy. It's from, I want to say it's Half Baked Harvest, super simple. So if anybody wants to give that one a try, I've put quite a few people on it and they love it. It's like their everyday bread. It's our everyday bread here in this house. So let me know if you have questions about that one. In the meantime, let's try this bread recipe. Okay, let's get going on this dough. This recipe specifically says all-purpose flour. I use bread flour normally for my other round loaves that I make, but I'm just going to do it exactly how she prescribes, and then we'll just go from there depending on how it turns out. So we need 6 of these. And the last one. Two tablespoons of yeast. 2 tablespoons of yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Specifically, this is instant. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1 tablespoon of coarse salt. And then we're going to start doing our wet ingredients. Specifically, they want warm water, so I'm actually going to step over here and turn my tap on. Okay, 2 cups of very warm water. She says about 120 degrees. I did not check the temperature. However, I feel like that's one of the positives of motherhood is, running baths for your baby. You get you get a pretty good idea of what temperature the water is. So I'm gonna mix in this water, and I believe next we're gonna do some olive oil. If any of you have a KitchenAid mixer, let me know if it is worth it. I have been wanting one for a little bit, and I keep going back and forth on if it's going to be worth the cost. But I feel like if I'm making bread every week, and I'm a pretty routine baker also, I feel like it would be a really good investment. But let me know if you guys agree or disagree below. I've got friends that have a KitchenAid and they say absolutely 100% it's like the best. All right, we're gonna do 1/4 cup of olive oil. I may have to get in here with my hands because she's feeling a little dense. I'm looking to form a shaggy looking dough here. I feel like we're well on our way. Okay, I'm finding this dough is pretty dry, which is fine, but like we need it to come together a little bit better here, or at least I think we do. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm sure someone out there is yelling, whoa, easy. All right, that's good enough. Let's start kneading this dough. Definitely see why people have a KitchenAid to do this with like a hook attachment, because this is hard work. But it feels good to get your hands into something, I think. Sorry, I'm like breathing heavy. This is really tough work. And I know I'm not probably doing this correctly. Don't come for me, okay? Just doing the best I can. Helpful comments only, okay? We listen, we don't judge. The good news is if this doesn't seem like it's turning out, I have lots of time to put together like my normal loaf that I do. It's definitely getting a little bit more pliable, a little bit more workable. Okay, I'm a little worried. This bread dough is looking a little dense. I don't know. I may have overworked it, but we will see what happens. Okay, so now we're gonna let it rest in a warm place for at least 30 minutes, but we'll probably let it go a little bit longer than that. So let's let this rise for a little bit and we'll check on it in a while. Okay, I got that bread rising in the pantry actually because it just seems like it's a little too chilly in here in the kitchen. So it's in there. Hopefully it will rise up good. And let's see, time check. It's 10:35. He's been asleep for about 35 minutes. So the clock is ticking. We could get 10 more minutes or we could get another hour. So let's get this kitchen cleaned up real quick. Don't worry, managed to make quite the mess over here. But luckily enough, we do have a lovely robot vacuum that I can send over here and she will clean it all up for me because we ain't got time for that. Just in case anyone's in the market, we have the Narwal. I'm going to go ahead and have her come over and vacuum in the kitchen, but you can also vacuum then mop, vacuum and mop, just mop. You can customize. Anyway, it's super user friendly, really customizable, and she does a great job. So we're gonna have her come over and clean up the kitchen. We still have time, so I'm gonna try to get these bathrooms tidied up. As you can see, she is rising. She looks good. Let that hang for a little bit longer and go ahead and start getting ready to serve him some lunch. Yeah, that's it right now. We're just gonna serve the little king some lunch, but I'm pretty happy I was able to get all of the bathrooms tidied up and move some laundry over too. So we're moving right along today. All right, little bro has had his lunch and now it's time for mine because it is almost 1 and I just realized I hadn't eaten since that oatmeal, that poor choice I made this morning. So got some leftover taco meat, some rice, and some Greek yogurt, avocado, and some pico. Not bad. It is brisk and beautiful out today, so we are getting some steps in. Hi. You doing so good? Yeah. All right, we're finally getting around to folding some laundry. We're making a dent in that pile that was on the floor in the laundry room earlier. Hello. Okay, we're back. Barrett is down for a nap, so we're gonna go ahead and work on getting this bread in the oven. All right, so this recipe is supposed to make 2 loaves. It says to make them into a loaf shape, so let's just try to work on that. I don't know how much bigger it's gonna get. With this one, I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. I think I messed with that one way too much. Yeah, I was right about that. But it also says to, in the picture, they're like a little bit more to the edge of the pan. So I'm just gonna flatten these loaves just a little bit. If they are good, then we can just make them again. So, okay. So she wants you to drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. And then it's interesting with this recipe, it actually calls for you to put it in a cold oven, which is new for me. I don't make a lot of bread, but I'm trying to make more bread this year. So we will see what all that entails. Okay, we're gonna put those on the center rack. But before I do that, I'm gonna turn the water on to hot on the tap. Okay, so I just pulled these out of the oven. They're looking pretty good, and I'm gonna go ahead and plop them on a cooling rack to cool off. So hopefully later we will taste test them and see how they are. You ready to go out? Well, okay then. Wow. Come on. Yay! Good boy! unfortunately for me, very unfortunately for me, I have a run on deck for tonight, so I'm gonna end this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.